maybe the DBM should be more mindful in ensuring that the contingent fund is strictly used in accordance with its mandate. So, kung pag sinabi pong urgent, dapat po, siyempre, hindi maiiwan dun yung pera at hindi ginagamit. Kasi sabi nyo nga, urgent, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, pero hindi po ginamit eh.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, actually po, the funds that were released from the contingent fund towards the DA for the biggest fund, lahat po yon na-obligate na. Nagkaroon lang po ng changeover kasi po instead of DA directly releasing the rice, dinaan po sa FTI. So yun lang po yung dahilan kung bakit medyo nagkaroon po ng delay dun po sa pag-release. Pero po, lahat po, yung kabuuan po ng amount na na-release mula po sa contingent fund papunta sa DA ay obligated na po.
So, anyway, as I mentioned, Madam Sponsor, ang sinasabi lang naman po namin is that when it comes to the contingent fund, maybe we should be more strict when it comes to following the provisions. Tapos siguro baka pwede natin tignan at pag-aralan at tanggalin na kung ano man yung mga parang general na or catch-all phrases para maiwasan po yung parang magiging parang lump sum fund siya. Anyway, Mr. Chair, Madam Sponsor, I now turn to the provisions on unprogrammed appropriations. For years, this has been a source of flexibility, perhaps too much flexibility. Kung kami lang po ang masusunod, wala na sanang unprogrammed funds. Mas maganda sana if there are new revenue collections or excess revenues, let us just pass a supplemental budget. Pero kung hindi naman kami masusunod, then I suggest that we should delete the special provisions that allows the modifications of amounts within the authorized purposes and to cover deficiencies in the amounts authorized in any of the other purposes. It defeats the very essence of the line items in the unprogrammed appropriations, since these provisions allow DBM to treat unprogrammed funds like a discretionary lump sum. In light of the Supreme Court rulings on lump sums and pork barrel, ang tanong po, shouldn't we seriously consider deleting these provisions altogether? Like ang sinasite ko po is yung page 1072 of the NEP sa 2026, yung number 10 po na provision. So kung pwede lang po, pag-aralan na baka pwedeng tanggalin na yun altogether.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, ang maganda po kasi doon sa kasalukuyang provision na yon is it gives the
flexibility.
The flexibility to be able to move across programs. There may be instances, for example, in the case of the contingent fund, there may be instances wherein towards the end of the year, there would be, sawa naman po na siya, sana hindi, but there would be a calamity, malaki pong calamity, or maybe perhaps during the COVID time, there's a national health emergency all of a sudden that was unprogrammed, definitely, unanticipated when the budget was being developed. So that particular provision po kasi is able to give that flexibility to funnel resources towards where they're most needed. But ang atin po sigurong assure ay meron naman pong there are sufficient safeguards in order for that particular provision to not be used in a manner that's not prudent.
Yun lang naman po, Madam Sponsor, ang sinasabi namin. So, if, for example, instead of that provision, baka we can specify for national emergencies, baka pwedeng ilagay natin yun. Dun lang siya mag-a-apply. Hindi po ba? So, instead of instead of parang a general or yun na nga, a catch-all phrase where we can just move from one item to the other, Madam Sponsor, baka ho pwedeng ganun na lang, maglagay tayo ng in case of national emergencies, then this will apply. Anyway, pag-aralan niyo po, ma'am. That's all we're suggesting, that maybe the DBM can take a look at it and then craft phrases or provisions that will apply to this specific need.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, upon referring with the DBM, that's something that we will take a look at. Also on the part of the Committee on Appropriations, looking at that particular special provision, titignan po natin, we need to strike a balance between safeguards versus it being permissive enough to respond to what's most needed given the current situation. So titignan po namin, kasi po, I agree, kasi medyo generic siya. For purposes number 3 to 11, if I remember correctly, that's how it's worded. So we'll take a look at whether we can add a little bit more level of specificity para lang po mas may safeguards po tayo as to particular purposes na pwede pong lilipatan in case of deficiencies.
Thank you for that, Madam Sponsor. That's all we ask. Under RA 11861, isisingit ko na lang po to dahil nandyan naman si Secretary. Ito po yung matagal na namin hinihingi. Solo parents are entitled to a 7-day parental leave with pay. But because the CSC says there is no employer-employee relationship, agencies are not implementing this. So the CSC suggested that this be incorporated already in the contracts of the JOs and COS. We also brought this up already with the COA. So ang inihingi po namin is, will DBM together with COA and CSC issue a clear guideline so that this benefit is finally implemented? Will DBM commit to work jointly with COA and CSC to release a joint circular so there is no confusion across agencies?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, the DBM commits to study the matter and will coordinate with COA on the issuance of the guidelines. Moreover, the DBM will take into account the provisions of RA 11861 and its implementing rules in the crafting of the said guidelines. So we commit po, we will look into the matter.
Thank you for that, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. I
Please
still
wrap
have
up, Honorable,
concerns on savings, pero papadala ko na lang po sa inyo. In closing, let us decisively reject generalized provisions, unwaveringly uphold the rule of law, and commit to a budget for 2026 that is open, accountable, and transparent. By eliminating ambiguity and grounding every line item in lawful purpose and clear evidence, we protect the public trust and ensure fiscal decisions that reflect the nation's best interests. The time for transparency is now. The path forward is a lawful, transparent, and fully auditable budget for 2026. Thank you, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the DBM family.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much po, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much to our distinguished colleague, the Honorable Robert Nazal.